You can take them off. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Woodland Pond. I'm Deborah, and we're about to spend either half an hour or an hour doing yoga together. Don't forget, I'm doing yoga with you at 10 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live in the pack Monday and Wednesday, on video on Wednesday. No, it's live Monday and Friday. Okay, there we go. So the one thing to make sure that you remember is if I suggest anything that's inappropriate for your body because of arthritis, injury, surgery, or you're just plain tired, skip it. Rejoin us when you're ready. All righty, so let's all get into our starting position. You can sit on the floor, you can sit in a chair, you can stand up. If you're sitting in a chair, make sure you're forward in the chair so you're not leaning against the back of the chair. Feet on the floor, hip width apart, looking like the number 11, good. And if you're on the floor, cross-legged or whatever, roll your pelvis forward so that you come up onto your sits bones, and then pull your abs in and up. As you lift your breastbone, ask your shoulders to go back and down, and then lift the back of your head. Let's close our eyes for a few seconds and take inventory. How are you doing today? How's your skin? How are your joints? How's your breathing? How's your mood? Then opening our eyes, we can extend our arms and inhale up. And then 2 fountain breaths. Good. Let's warm up our shoulders. So make the largest forward circle that you are capable of making and go backwards. Good morning, shoulder. Get those juices flowing. Good. Let that go and let's do the other shoulder. Good morning, shoulder. Time to wake up and get moving. Good. Let's shake that off, let that go. Take a nice breath. Sit up straight and tall. Turn and look over your right shoulder and return to center. And then look over your left shoulder and return to center. So today, let's push away our imaginary wall. Really push right from the middle of your back. Your elbows are straight. Your hands are as broad as you can make them. Then make a soft little fist pointed at the floor. Let's go back to pushing away that nasty wall. Really push. And then index finger to thumb and squeeze, second, third, and fourth. Backwards, fourth, third, second, and first. Good. Shake that off, give everything a good loosening up, and let's play our piano scales. Our goal is to make every little joint flex and stretch. And then hands, palms up. Just let them gently flop. We're stretching the inside of your wrist. Good. Let that go. All righty, let's do a little side stretching today. So put your left hand on the floor or the chair, stretch up really tall, lean into your left hand and reach to the left and breathe. You're looking at the wall, not the floor. Feel the intercostal muscles opening up. And then come back to center. Right hand down, left arm stretching up tall, leaning on your right hand as you stretch to the right. And breathing. Come back to center, left arm down, right arm stretching up, lean to the left. Come on back to center, stretch up with your left arm, lean on your right arm, and breathe. Good. Come back to center. Give everything a good loosening wiggle. Take a deep breath. Good. All righty. So, we can do a lion breath. We've got our masks off. We can do a lion breath. So the goal in the lion breath is we're going to take a big inhalation, and then we're going to roar right from the gut, and we're going to open up every part of our face, eyes, nose, ears, the works. And then after we expel that breath, we're going to inhale, and we're going to pucker everything up to the point of our nose. Then we'll roar once more time, and then we'll pucker up. So here we go. Take a deep breath. And then release that, shake it all off, take a breath, and let's do the exaggerated chewing. Every part of your body, not every part of your face, chews. Chew on the left, chew on the right. Make your chin go in a circle. Go backwards. And when you're ready, release it, take a deep breath, and feel your face. Feel how different it feels. All righty, good. All right, so let's see. Let's do some neck work today. Let's start with cat and cow stretch. So your head is coming forward, your belly is going backwards, you're exhaling down. As you inhale, you're lifting your breastbone and looking up and collapsing down. And you just go back and forth at your own pace, whatever rhythm works for your body. And when you're ready, just come back to center. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the top 3 vertebrae. So use your nose as a pointer and draw a figure 8 on its side with your nose. Stop and go backwards. And when you're ready, come back to center. Good. So we're going to do the rest of our neck now. So sit up straight and tall. Make sure your breastbone is lifted. And as you allow your chin to come towards your breastbone, don't let your breastbone sink. Keep your breastbone up. When your neck naturally stops, just breathe encouragement into the big trapezius muscle at the top of your shoulders. And lo and behold, your chin will go a wee bit lower. Keep breathing. When you're ready, roll your right ear to the right, so it's now looking at your shoulder, and you're looking at the wall. And pause and feel the left side of your neck and shoulder as it begins to open. When you're ready, nod a slow and gentle yes. And then we'll roll our chin to the middle and over to the left. So now your left ear is looking at your left shoulder. You're looking at the wall again. And you're breathing encouragement into your neck. Make sure your breastbone has not sunk. And when you're ready, nod a little yes. And then you can roll your chin to the middle and over to the right, but keep your breastbone up. And just do some nice, gentle neck rolls. We're opening and closing all of the vertebra in your neck. And we're also pulling the stress out of your neck and shoulders. And when you've had enough of that, you just come back to center. Give everything a good old loosening wiggle. Take a breath. All righty. I think it's time for the seated spinal twist. So if you're sitting in a chair, you don't have to do anything at all. If you're sitting on the floor, it's time to straighten out your legs, right leg over left. Now, I've been slacking off. So to do it correctly, no, Artie, just relax. Okay, so take your left elbow to the right side of your right knee. Now, everybody, twist to the right. Try to keep your spine as straight as you can make it. Keep your breastbone lifted, your abs engaged, and breathe. I think the problem is that I can't quite be vertical in that position. That's better. We're wringing out your viscera. And now twist back a little bit deeper and release it. Come back to center. Give everything a nice loosening up. Left leg over right, right elbow to left knee. Everybody sit up straight and tall. Pivot to your left. Cal, don't worry about your elbow. Sit up straight. Keep your vertical look to your spine. That's it. And now look that way. Perfect. Keep breathing. Make sure your abs are still engaged, that your breastbone is still lifted, and we'll twist back a little bit deeper. And release it. Come back to center. Give everything a good old loosening up. I think it's time to do the frog. So today I'm going to do it from a standing position. All right, so you can do it sitting on the floor, you can do it standing up, you can do it sitting in a chair. If you're sitting in a chair, move your butt forward so that you're on the forward edge of your chair, and you can separate your knees nice and wide apart. If you're going to do it from a standing position, make sure that you've got a sticky mat to anchor your feet. Okay, Marla, turn 90 degrees so that your feet are on the mat. There you go. That's what you want. Good. So now we want all the stretch to come out of our hips. So keep your head and chest up. Keep your knees, hands on your knees, and just lean forward until your hips say, wait a minute. Whenever you get to that point, just stop and keep breathing. Don't put your head down because we still want that stretch to come out of your hips. And if we pause here, we'll give your hips an opportunity to open up. If you can put your palms on the floor, feel free to do that and release your neck. If you can't get your palms to the floor, leave them on your knees. It's safer. Keep breathing. Now you can stay as long as you wish, but if you're ready to come out of it, you simply pick up your head and chest first and return to vertical. Bring your legs together and stand up. Shake out your legs or give them the nice pat down. Either way, to help them understand that that's over. Good. All righty. So let's see. I think we did Warrior One last time. Let's do Warrior. Oh, we haven't done Tadasana yet. Where's my head? All right. So we're going to put our feet on the floor looking like the number 11, hip width apart. Remember to find hip width. All you have to do is put your fists together, put them on the floor between the ball mounds of your feet, and voila. Okay, feel the floor. Make sure that each part of your foot is doing its fair share of holding you up. Pull yourself up through your legs. Tuck your pelvis a tiny amount, and then pull your abs in and up. As you lift your breastbone, ask your shoulders to go back and down, and then lift the back of your head. This is the mountain posture. Take a deep breath and fill your lungs. This is maximum lung capacity. Anytime you can put yourself into Tadasana, even if you're walking, it improves so many systems in your body. Let's bring our arms out, interlace your hands. Notice which finger's on top. Reverse, stretch. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace, send them as low as they'll go, and lift into chest expansion. And breathe. Good. Let that go. Bring your arms out again. This time, make sure the other finger is on top. Reverse, stretch. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the weird way, and lift. If you're like me, pull your chin in and breathe. Good. Release that. Release your shoulders, release your legs. Take a breath. Now we can do our power pose. So we're going to do Warrior Two. So ordinarily I would put my chair here as my safety equipment. So we're going to spread our feet on the sticky mat. Make sure your feet are on your mat. And then we're going to take our left toes and rotate them 90 degrees to the left. And now our left knee can line up over our left ankle. Now put your hands on your hips. You'll see that your hips are facing over there. We want them to come back to the original position. Good. Stack your hips under your shoulders. Bring your arms straight out from your shoulders, left and right. Turn and look out over your left arm and shoot energy out through your arms. Make sure your elbows are nice and straight. Roll your shoulders down from your ears. If you're inclined, you can go into the triangle pose, which is this. But there's no requirement that you do that. And you can get quite a lot of benefit out of the Warrior Two pose without doing the triangle pose. So it's up to you. Whatever you're doing, keep breathing. When you're ready to come out of it, make sure that you're vertical, and then bring your arms down, step onto your left leg, shake out your legs, loosen your shoulders. Good. All righty. So we're going to do it on the other side, of course. So once again, position your feet on your sticky mat, rotate your right foot to the right 90 degrees. Now your right knee is lined up over your right ankle. Your hands go onto your hips so that you can see where they're facing and bring them back to your original position, but don't let your right knee pull away from your ankle. Good. Now bring your arms straight out from your shoulders, left and right. Turn your head to the right and look out over your fingertips. shooting energy out through your arms, rotating your shoulders down from your ears, keeping your breastbone lifted, your abs are engaged. If you're inclined to do the triangle pose today, you can, when you get into the posture, you can rest your right arm against your right knee and look at the wall, not the floor. Keep breathing. When you're ready to come out of it, just return to vertical. Bring your arms down, step onto your right foot, and shake out your legs. Take a breath. Good. So we need a balance move. We haven't done the tree for a little while. Let's do the tree. So we need our safety equipment, our handy dandy chair. All righty. So I've got my chair on my left because we're going to start standing on my left leg because that's my weaker leg. Find a drishti, some little spot, either about 45 degrees out or at the horizon, some little spot that won't move. Fix your gaze. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees to the right. You can rest your toe on the floor. You can rest it against your ankle, your calf, your knee. You can bring it right up into your groin. Park it wherever you like. And then you can decide what to do with your arms. It's so much easier to do this if I don't talk. Stay as long as you like. But when you're ready to come out of it, arms down, foot down, shake out your standing leg, give everything a little wiggle and take a breath. Good. So to set up for the other side, I've got my right hand on my chair. I'm going to find my little drishti, turn my left toes out to the left, and decide where I'm going to park it. Stay as long as you like, but when you're ready, arms down, foot down, and come out of it. Take a breath. Good. All right, goodbye, chair. So it's time for an inversion. We want to get our head below our heart. We want to stir up our fluid in our balance canals. So we're going to put our feet right back into Tadasana, and we're going to head for the floor, not like a limp noodle, but like a swan dive. So we'll inhale up. Stretch forward, release everything, and just hang. If you can touch the floor, that's nice, but it's not required. Some muscles will begin to panic. Breathe encouragement into those muscles. Let them know that this is okay. There's no reason to panic and tighten up. And sure enough, you will go a little bit lower. Check in with your neck. If the top of your head is not pointed at the floor, persuade your neck to let go. Then reach to the right, take hold of whatever part of your body you find there, and keep breathing. Notice how different it feels over here. When you're ready, come back to center, twist to the left, take hold of whatever you find over there. Check in with your neck again. An easy way to find out whether or not your neck is in achievement mode is, are you looking at the floor or the wall behind you? Come back to center, put your hands on your thighs, come up to a flat back, and stand up. Give everything that nice loosening wiggle. Good. And we'll just let all of that work and effort go. Alrighty, so we're going to repeat what we did last time. This is the side lunge from Vinyasa yoga. So we're going to spread our feet again as if we were going into warrior two, and just bend your left knee. Stick out your butt. See if you can rest your left hand on your left knee. Come back to center by straightening both knees. Bend just your right knee. So now you're over on the right. Stick out your butt, come back to center. Bend your left knee. Your right leg is straight. Come back to center. Go to the right. Your right knee's bent, your left knee's straight, and you're breathing. Back to the middle, over to the left. Keep breathing. Come back to center. Go to the right. This is the last time. And then come back to center. Bring your feet together. Shake them out. Let your body know that's over. Take a breath. Okay, good. So let's do the chair. So we're going to use our chair only as safety equipment. We're not going to touch it. We're just going to stand in front of our chair so that if the worst happens, we end up sitting in a chair. Alrighty, so our feet are on the floor, looking like the number 11. And now, as we go down, make sure that your knees don't come together. We want them to stay lined up over your ankles. Hands on hips, simply bend your knees and pretend to sit in the chair, but you're not actually doing it. Stick your butt out so you have a nice flat back and breathe. When you're ready, just stand up. Good. Wiggle a little. Shake out those legs. Take a breath. Good. So we're going to do it again. If you would like to add more challenge to this motion, all you have to do is bring your arms straight overhead, bend your knees, and away we go. The chair. Stay as long as you like, but whenever you're ready, stand up, arms down, shake out your legs. It is. Oh, really? Well, great. Life's little surprises. All righty, let's do the clock. So we're going to put our feet back into Tadasana. You're going to need to bend your knees for this. Push your pelvis forward for 12, to the right for 3, back for 6, left for 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Connect the dots. You can make small circles. You can make medium-sized circles. You can make really big circles. It's up to you. Then come back to center and we'll do 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, and make a nice smooth circle connecting the dots. And again, the size of your circle is entirely in your hands. And you can experiment with the different sizes. Good. Let that go. Roll your shoulders a little bit. Take a deep breath. Because the first half hour is over, we're about to get down on the floor. So for those of you who don't get down on the floor, I wish you a most excellent weekend. Happy May. And don't forget, I'm back here Monday, video Wednesday, here Friday. Namaste. All right, floor yogis. Let's start in tabletop today. Thank you. You too. And let's see, let's do a few tail wags. So head and hips to the right, head and hips to the left, to the right and the left, to the right and the left. Good. All righty. So let's go all the way down onto our tummy. Open up your palms, stack one palm on the other, forehead on your palms, and breathe. And see if you can surrender into gravity's pull. The more you loosen your shoulders, the closer your nose will get to the floor. So now pick up your right straight leg, pull it out, put it down. Pick up your left straight leg, pull it out, put it down. Bend your right knee, pick it up, put it down. Bend your left knee, pick it up, put it down. Bend both knees and wave your feet left and right. Then open your feet apart, cross them together, open them apart, and cross them, this time with a different foot in front. Each time you cross your feet, make sure there's a different one in front. Then bring your feet together and draw a circle on the ceiling. Go backwards. And then you can let your feet come down to the floor. Rest your chin on the floor. Stretch your arms left and right out of your shoulders. Bend your elbow. Now, keep your right elbow on the floor and lift just your right hand and lower arm. Put it down. Keep your left elbow on the floor. Pick up your left hand and lower arm. and put it down. Go back to the right, down, back to the left, and down. Good. Straighten your arms above your head, or rather out in front of you, let's say. And pick up your entire right arm. Put it down. Pick up your entire left arm. And down. Going in a circle, pick up your left leg. And down. Pick up your right leg. And down. Pick up both arms. And down. Pick up both legs. And down. Now, we're going to pick up the right arm, left leg. And down. Left arm, right leg. And down. Well, we've been working up to it. Here it is, the boat. Everything lifts. And down you go. Good. Let's bring our elbows under our shoulders and come into the Sphinx posture. So our arms naturally want to come in so that our hands are close together. Try to keep your hands as far apart as your shoulders. Lovely. Dawn, can you bring your elbows closer to your body? There you go. That's better. Good. All righty. So now from here, bend your right knee, turn to the right, and look at your right foot. If you can see it, wiggle it. Come back to center. Bend your left knee, turn to your left, look at your foot. If you can see it, wiggle it, put it down. Bend your right knee, turn to the right, take a look at it, put it down. Bend your left knee, turn to the left and look at it. Good. All righty. So let's come down. Bring your back on your shoulders. You can raise up a little bit into low cobra. And you can prove that you're using your back muscles simply by taking your hands off the floor. Now, if you want to do high cobra, straighten your elbows and look up. And then come down. And this time we're going to push back into tabletop. As you come into tabletop, curl your toes under, push up into downward facing dog, and then back so that your chest comes closer to your knees and you have a nice flat back. And breathe. If you want, you can flex one knee and then the other so you look like you're walking. Or not. Now you can stay as long as you like, but when you're ready to come out of it, simply touch your knees to the floor, put your forehead on the floor, sit back in child pose, take a couple of nice deep breaths, and let that work and effort go. Of course, if your sinuses or knees have issues with this posture, just roll over onto your back, pull your knees up onto your chest, and give them a hug. All right, so let's all lay down on our backs. Bring your knees up onto your chest, give them a hug. Then bring your hands to the mat and draw a circle on the ceiling with your knees together. Enjoy that nice massage and then go backwards. Good. Now put your right foot on the floor, slide that foot out till the leg is straight. Interlace your fingers either in front of or behind your left knee. Pull your left knee towards your chest as you exhale and let it rebound when you inhale. And just go back and forth. Bring your right knee up, transfer your hands to your right knee, put your left foot on the floor, slide that leg out straight, and continue. All righty then. So let your right foot come to the floor. Spread your arms left and right out of your shoulders, palms up. Bend your right knee up, roll it across your body to the left, and we'll come into the knee down twist. Roll your head to the right and keep your right shoulder on the floor. If you find your right toe hanging in space, it's a very good idea to put a block or a cushion or a whatever underneath it so they have something to rest on. If you can do that, you'll do a much better job of opening your lower back to this stretch. Then after you get settled in the posture, if you want, you can take your right arm across your body twice to help you limber up into the twist. And then just try to melt. Notice which parts of your body are stretching the most. Some people feel it most in their lower back. Other people feel it in their right pecs. You just never know. Each body is a little bit different. See if you can find muscles that are working when you don't actually need them to be doing anything, and see if you can persuade them to let go. When you're ready to come out of it, roll your head to center, take a deep breath to prepare, and roll onto your back. Get yourself back into good alignment. Straighten out any clothing underneath you. And stretch your right leg out. Bend your left knee, pick it up, roll it across your body to the left. And once again, if your toe is hanging out there in space, see if you can find something to support it so that your back can release. You can use your left hand twice to come across your body to help you limber up into the posture. And then take a couple of deep breaths and just melt. When you're ready to come out of it, roll your head to center, roll onto your back, and get yourself back into good alignment. Bring your arms down, then bring your right foot up, reach down, get a firm grip on the instep of your foot with your right hand, and then bring your left foot up and do the same thing. Now, you can plant your feet on the ceiling, pulling your knees into your armpits. This is Happy Baby. So experiment, bring your feet together, push them apart. See how each of these little changes the way your hips feel. And when you're ready, release your feet and let them come down to the floor. Good. All righty, let's see. Let's do the gait. So roll to one side, come up, and we're going to get onto our knees. Come up slowly, particularly if you feel lightheaded. Our knees are going to be about hip width apart. So you have a choice. You can either just stick your left leg out, or you can come forward and do it and then straighten up. Either way is fine. But you stick your left leg out, your left toes are facing the same direction you are. Take your left hand, put it palm up on your leg, bring your right arm up, and then gradually lean to your left. Your left arm slides down your leg. You're looking at the wall and breathing. When you're ready to come out of it, come back to center, bring your arms down, lean forward onto your fists or your hands, bring your knee in, stretch your right leg to the right, come up to vertical, take your right hand palm up on your right leg, bring your left arm up, and gradually slide to your right. Your right hand is sliding down your leg. You're looking at the wall and breathing. When you're ready, come back to center. Bring your fists or hands down. Good. And let's sit down. We definitely need to do a little ab work. So let's lay down on our backs. Put your hands on the floor and extend both legs to the ceiling. Pull your abs in tight and draw a small circle on the ceiling with your feet together. Go backwards. Separate your feet wide apart. Bring your arms through your legs. Head lift is optional. If your neck is not feeling well, don't do it. Keep breathing. Put your hands back on the floor. Bring your legs together. Draw another circle on the ceiling. Make sure your abs are engaged and go backwards. Bend your knees. Put your feet on the floor. Let your abs go slack and take a breath. Good. Alrighty. So bring your, no, let's not do that. Okay. Slide your legs, your right leg out straight. Bring your arms overhead. Now pick up your left knee and touch it with your right hand. Extend your left leg to the floor, nice and flat. Pick up your right knee, touch it with your left hand, then put it down on the floor. Pick up your left knee, touch it with your right hand, put it back on the floor. Pick up your right knee, touch it with your left hand, put it back on the floor. And just go back and forth. You can do this at your own pace, as rapidly or as slowly as you would like to do it. Make sure your abs are engaged. And then for all our reward for our ab work is we get a nice stretch. Stretch your arms and legs as far apart from each other as they can get. Then relax, stretch just your right side. Relax, just your left. Back to your right. And your left. Lovely. All right. So if you have socks, sweaters, pillows, blankets, anything that might keep you warm and comfortable during deep relax, put them on, comfortable on the floor. In addition to the conventional dead man pose, you can on your side. That's another good option. You can lay on your back with your lower legs in a chair. As you get settled, see if you can roll your shoulders back and down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and surrender to the pull of gravity. You have achieved good things during yoga, and now it's time to release and rest. So as you cruise through your body looking for groups of muscles that are still in achievement mode, notice how your breathing is, and notice how you feel in relation to how you felt at the beginning of the hour. Notice any differences. Now, as you try to relax, if you fall asleep, don't worry about it. Everybody does it sooner or later. I've done it many times. No praise, no blame. It simply means that you are sleep deprived and you're in need of sleep. It's not a moral failing. So now it's time to wiggle your fingers and toes. Make any loosening motions which might feel good, maybe a little stretch or two, before rolling to one side to come up to a seated position. Once we get there, we'll sit with our hands in prayer position, sitting up nice and straight and tall. We'll close our eyes, lower our heads, and give thanks for this day. Then raising our heads and opening our eyes, we can turn to one another and say, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. May you have an excellent weekend. I'll see you back here Monday morning, live in the pack, Wednesday on video, and Friday in the pack. Take it easy.